Hi, I'm Randy Everett. I'm one of the shepherds at Adams Boulevard. I'd like to talk to you today just a little bit about ministry teams. Have you ever been part of a team that accomplished something bigger than you could have done alone? Whether it's a sports team, a band, or a group project, teamwork creates something greater than the sum of its parts. Some teams compete. One side wins, the other loses. But the most meaningful teams work together for something that lasts. A surgical team saves lives. A fire crew protects their community. A choir blends voices into a beautiful song. Each person plays a role, and together they create something powerful. But even the best teams achieve things that are temporary. What if you could be part of something that makes an eternal impact? At Adams, we've created ministry teams because serving together changes lives, both the lives of those we serve and our own. God created us for community, and when we follow Jesus, He calls us into His church and equips us with gifts to serve. 1 Corinthians 12:7 says, "A spiritual gift is given to each of us so we can help each other." God designed the church like a body, each part unique, each one essential. 1 Corinthians 12 tells us, God has put each part just where He wants it. No one has every gift, and no one is meant to serve alone. Jesus Himself set the example. He said He came not to be served, but to serve. His disciples didn't just listen to Him, they worked alongside Him. They found a place for Him to teach. They passed out food to the hungry. They gave to the poor. They walked for miles to spread His message. When He needed a ride, they found a donkey. Disciples don't just watch, they serve. That's what it means to follow Jesus. That's why we've created the checkpoint, Join a Ministry Team. When Kathy and I moved to Bartlesville, I was a band director. Not long after, I was asked to teach a Bible class. Teaching music was one thing. Teaching adults about the Bible was completely different. But I stepped in, and over time, I got more comfortable. Then I was asked to help plan the entire set of adult classes. That was intimidating, but I wasn't doing it alone. I joined the education ministry team, and we worked together to craft Bible classes for the whole church. Working with others made all the difference. I led that ministry team for a time, and then I became a shepherd, once again on a team. For years, I wondered if my work on the education team really made an impact, until someone told me they still remembered a lesson I taught decades ago. Several times a year, I also get to serve with our wheelchair ramp building team. I love it because our impact is immediate. Someone who can't get in and out of their house now has freedom, and while we're building someone a ramp, we always tell them, we're just God's servants, and He loves them. Whether it's teaching or swinging a hammer, both serve the Lord. Sometimes our service is public, sometimes no one sees it. Sometimes the impact is instant, sometimes it takes years, and sometimes we may never know the impact we have. Each of our ministry teams serves our church or our community in important ways, and every act of service is an offering to Jesus. Now you might be thinking, I know serving is part of following Jesus, but why a ministry team? Because none of us can do it all alone. There's more work than there is time or energy. But when we serve together, we share the load. That's not just true of us, it was true of Jesus as well. That's part of the reason He recruited disciples, and it's why He uses us. Serving together means no one person is overwhelmed. When one person is gone, the work continues. We support each other and build each other up. As Galatians 6:2 says, share each other's burdens, and in this way obey the law of Christ. And 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says, encourage each other and build each other up. God designed us to work together so no one carries the burden alone. Serving together allows us to have a bigger impact than any of us could have by ourselves. By serving together on ministry teams, we can meet more needs and reach more people with the love of Jesus. More meals are delivered to those in crisis. More prayers and comfort are given in sickness and loss. More bills are paid for those in need. More homes are repaired. More burdens are lifted. More people get to hear the gospel message. We're just God's servants, and He loves them. And most importantly, through our service, God is glorified. So if you haven't already, join a ministry team. Take a step of faith and let God use you to bless others and do His work in the world. Fill out a serve card or talk to one of our shepherds, ministers, or ministry leaders. We'll help you get started. There are plenty of opportunities for you to serve. If you do, you will discover the many ways God enriches the lives of His disciples as they serve inside and outside the church.